Inconsistently consistent.
Okay, and you're opening.
Why am I opening?
Because it's your turn.
All right. Hello, welcome back to Inconsistently Consistent. My name's Rachel.
And I'm Melanie. You sound so excited to be here, Rachel.
I don't want to talk about this stupid movie.
It was your choice.
I know, and I regret it.
I don't. I feel like we've learned a lot about ourselves, and we're going to learn about each other now.
I am a changed woman after that movie. And I don't know how I feel anymore about things because of what this movie did to me.
I took extensive notes, and I think this movie is really going to help me become a better person overall. I think it's transformative, Rachel.
Can you say that with a straight face?
Never.
Okay.
I don't think I can say much with a straight face, actually.
All right.
The movie we're talking about is Dinoshark. From 2010, and I have a summary here that I'd like to read.
Okay.
It was written by who knows, but we're going for broke on it.
All right.
Here it is. The film opens with a baby dino shark swimming away from a broken chunk of Arctic glacier that calved due to global warming. 3 years later, the dino shark is a ferocious predator. Predatory adult and kills tourists and locals offshore from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. The protagonist, Trace, is first to notice the dino shark and witnesses his friend get eaten, but has trouble convincing people that a creature of such antiquity is still alive and eating people. Now, after that thesis statement comes the piece of art, 90-minute piece of art that we watched.
Yeah. I looked up this piece of art to see what the score was on Rotten Tomatoes. Take a guess.
I forget how they do things, but like
it's percentages.
Oh.
Out of 100.
And like 100 is bad or good?
100 is good.
Okay, so like 2%.
Add 20. So 22% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my god. Somebody liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody enjoys seeing crocodiles because that's what we saw. It's supposed to be a dinosaur mixed with a shark, but it looked like a crocodile.
It was like, so what I was reading, it was a plesiosaur, whatever that is.
Okay, that sounds like a sex toy.
Yeah, I know. It was a plesiosaur hybrided with a shark, and I was like, sure.
Yeah, well, it looked like a crocodile. And then later in the movie, they CGI'd a crocodile, and that looked less like a crocodile than the dino shark.
It did.
Right? And then they had the dino shark eat the crocodile, and I was like, is that how it becomes more looking like a crocodile? It just eats more crocodiles, and then all of a sudden, it's more crocodilian. It could be a word.
Yeah. So let's rewind to the beginning of the fucking movie.
Yes. We need to rewind. We're too far ahead. How would anyone understand what's happening in this movie? It's such a highbrow movie, Rachel.
The first thing I noticed, this was the credits.
Ah, the credits.
The visual effects said they were done by Flat Earth Designs.
Ah. People with a point of view. A horizontal point of view, but it's a point of view.
And I seen that, And I was like, what? And then my initial thoughts, so this is when I first saw the stupid thing, was this is going to be stupid as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert, listeners, it was stupid as hell.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So just to start, your overall thoughts on the movie, like your feelings. How did you come out of this?
I came out very angry at it. I felt I lost some brain cells. My IQ went down a little bit. I contemplated my life choices that led me to this moment. I What really made me mad was the way they ended it.
Oh, okay. Well, we won't get into the ending too
No, but like
quick.
the way they ended it, it left me sitting there like, what did I just watch? I made a TikTok about it.
I saw it. I enjoyed it.
And it's that sound, if anybody's on TikTok, where it's like, we're all gonna be safe and we're all gonna have a great time. And then there's a break, and then it goes, what in the Jesus Christ was that? And that is exactly how I felt after watching this movie.
That sums it up pretty well.
Yep, pretty much.
I wasn't angry about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was really bored throughout the whole thing, and I had to force myself to pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
And if I wasn't taking notes for the podcast, I would not have known what was going on, because I just could. It's so hard to pay attention to that movie. It just, oh god, it had nothing. Like the characters, I didn't care about them. The shark thing was like not, like the effects weren't good. The kills weren't good. Like nothing. There was nothing in there that like made me want to watch the movie. So I was just really bored and frustrated through the whole thing. Like tension wasn't built up with any of the kills. So I was just bored and frustrated the whole time. But I'm gonna have fun talking about it, because making fun of it is gonna be a good time. So I'm excited for this.
One of my first initial thoughts is that first opening scene after it breaks off from the glacier.
The tadpole.
And it's attacking, and it goes to attack the fishermen in Alaska.
Oh, that's the 3-year time jump.
Yeah.
I didn't like that we didn't get to see the baby, because we saw it little tadpole, and it's like 3 years later. I want to see baby Dinoshark. I was promised baby Dinoshark in the summary, and I did not get to see a little baby Dinoshark, and that would have been cute as fuck, and that would have built some character development, and I would have really like been invested in the shark killing everybody.
You would have been invested if you see it as a baby.
Yeah. The movie's called Dinoshark, Rachel. The protagonist is the Dinoshark.
I thought
Did you not get that?
I thought the protagonist was the surfer douchebag named Trace.
Yeah, he's gonna be a trace after the Dinoshark is done with him.
He's gonna disappear without a trace.
Yes. If I had some baby Dinoshark scenes, maybe I could have been okay with this movie a little more. But it was like, oh, look, a little tadpole. 3 years later, stupid ass, ugly ass fisherman.
Yep. Also, I wrote that beginning sequence where it's like swimming to attack the fisherman, that music was a total ripoff of Jaws.
Yes. Absolutely. But they didn't even do it very good.
No, they didn't.
There was no tension built.
No.
Like, he wasn't, like, in Jaws and stuff, you get that, like, music, but you also get the, like, shark moving around behind the people, and the people not knowing what's happening, but you're, like, the viewers see it, and you're like, oh my god, look behind you, something's coming. So you get that, like, fear built up, that tension when you're watching the movie, but that wasn't happening when you're watching this one.
No.
right? So, and then so when they were killing the fisherman,
Mhm.
his scream sounded like a bad Arnold Schwarzenegger impression,
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
right? And it was just like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah."
Yeah.
It was real bad.
The whole, like, the sounds the Dinoshark made were so fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, it was
No.
like those bad dinosaur sound effects, you know?
Was that coming from him though, or was
Yeah.
that coming from the people?
No, that was coming from him where it was, like, "roaring," quote, unquote.
Yeah, and whoever did the sound effects, they they thought they were doing a comedy,
They did.
right? But I don't blame them because the movie was shit overall,
Yeah.
right? But the sound effects got worse and worse as the movie went on, right? Like it started with like bad Arnold Schwarzenegger getting attacked by a shark, and
Mhm.
then like it got to basically like sounding like a video game when you like hit a character over and over,
Yep.
and they're just like ah ah ah.
Pretty much. They're like,
Yeah.
"Ah, ah, ah." Yeah, I kinda didn't bother. The first bit of the movie, I didn't pay attention to anybody's names, so, like, my nicknames for them, the main character, Trace, his
I
nickname
didn't learn his name until like 45 minutes in.
same. So
Yeah.
I referred to him as Surfer Douchebag because that's what he looked like to me.
I knew that actor from other things, so I just referred to him as Eric Balfour,
Yeah.
playing a really shitty job at this character.
What kind of name? First of all, who the hell names their kid Trace?
I don't know, someone that was like, uh, hoped that that kid went missing. They were like, "Is there a trace of Trace?"
So they can be like, my son disappeared without a trace. What's your son's name? Trace.
I'm without a trace.
Because I was like, he had a full on pedo stash and a chin strap.
And those tiny sunglasses.
Oh, those tiny
Like
sunglasses.
the movie was released in 2010, but it was set in 2002.
It really was because he had a chin strap, he had the pedo stash. Apparently, none of these people in this movie know what sunscreen is. They were all burnt.
I feel like the budget for this movie was like $20 after they wasted it all on CGI,
Yeah, definitely.
right?
Um,
Also, okay, so when Trace goes to the boat
mhm.
and he gets it from his like boss dude, whoever he was, that guy looked like Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
I was like, "What? Mel Gibson cameo? Who are you?"
Mhm.
And I was like, "Are you the like guy that made the Dinoshark in the lab? Like, why is Mel Gibson in this movie?" Right? How did they waste all their money on CGI and a Mel Gibson cameo?
Yes, 100%.
Right? That's where it went. But
Yeah.
whoever this guy is, he looks like Mel Gibson.
Mhm. I don't know who he is, but
I don't know. But yeah, he's Mel Gibson. So Mel Gibson made an appearance in this movie. So this movie is Mel Gibson approved. So if you don't like it,
Mhm.
you really don't like Mel Gibson.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's just the truth. He was in it. I have a picture. I took a screenshot of that.
Mhm.
That is him in this movie. That's his face. You can't argue with that,
Mhm.
even though the credits won't say it.
No, the credits won't.
His
My
face says different.
general note throughout my whole thing of notes is blank gonna die.
Wait, for the characters or for you? Because
For the
you know,
characters.
Could be
legit.
because you're watching the movie and you're just, oh, I'm gonna die.
No, it was legit. So like I have Sheriff Dude Gonna Die.
Mm.
Then I had Brunette Gonna Die, which I guess her name is Gilda.
Who was Gilda?
That was Carol's friend.
No, that was Rita.
Oh, her name was Rita?
Her name was Rita.
Whoops, I thought they said Gilda. But anyways, Rita Gonna Die.
I only know it was Rita because it appeared on the news broadcast, like her name, Rita Val something Des.
For some reason, I heard them say Gilda. I don't know. Whoops.
Also, they were all like, "Oh my God, Rita's dead," and like that's all like supposed to be a big thing for like Trace's character.
Mm-hmm.
He like talks to her and hits on her in the bar for like 5 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and he's talking about how she like shared her lunch with him when they were kids. Like, is there any emotion there at all? I didn't see anything.
No, I don't think. Okay, the other thing is none of these people know how to act.
No. And I've seen Eric Balfour in other movies,
Mm-hmm.
and like he was on a TV show called Haven, which was based on a Stephen King short story, and it was actually a really good show. And he was actually good in that.
Mm-hmm.
He can act. So whatever they paid him to do here, apparently it was not enough because he decided he wasn't going to use any of his skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my other comments throughout the thing is why everybody's wearing low rise everything, and that better not come back in style because I will riot.
It's because the movie's set in 2002, remember?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Everything feels early 2000s, even the humor. Everything they said, it felt so early 2000s.
Yeah. It's just, it was screaming that, like, the thin eyebrows, the low rise, the long shirts. Like, you remember those long tank tops?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How did they, like, do this? And they were like, it's a 2010 movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I gotta look this up. Did they shoot this, like, back in early 2000s and not release it till 2010?
Mm-hmm.
Because it feels like, oh, it says a low budget sci-fi horror film. Oh yeah, I could have told you that.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This seems like something that would have been released during Shark Week on Discovery Channel.
Oh my God, it's a remake of 1979 film Up from the Depths.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. I wonder if Up from the Depths looks any better.
Maybe.
I bet they had better CGI because they couldn't do worse.
Probably. Yeah, a lot of mine is I could basically summarize the plot of the movie in one sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone dies.
But does everyone?
Mostly everyone dies. But like, can we talk? Okay, can we talk about why the hell there's a random water polo match?
Oh, yeah, I have notes on that.
Why is there a water polo match?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand.
Yeah, and like Carol is like a water polo coach,
Yeah.
and like they decide they need to have a water polo match in the harbor, and it's like supposed to be like a championship type of match or something.
Why why can't they have it in the pool? I don't understand why they had to move it to the harbor.
Oh, and okay, hold on a second. So I play water polo
Mm-hmm.
when, like, with the swim team growing up. Like, we would play water polo kind of like recreationally every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't play water polo in a pool that's like 4 feet deep.
Mm-hmm.
So while they're training in their pool, which is like 4 feet deep, and they're standing on the bottom and
Mm-hmm.
like smacking each other in the face with their fists like idiots.
Mm-hmm.
That's terrible anyway. And then they're like, oh yeah, you know what? We'll just take our bunch of people that are used to playing in a pool who never had to deal with currents or anything and take like a match that's going to be like, you know, count for points or however their system works and
Mm-hmm.
put it in the harbor where they have to now account for like currents and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that totally makes fucking sense. Such a stupid ass plot device.
So stupid. They probably literally only do that to have people on the water polo team die.
Yeah, they did.
Because that's what happened. Girls from that team died.
Oh, and also, they're like, oh, you just egg beat her all the time. Okay, not one of those bitches knew how to egg beat her, okay?
No.
That was all scissor kicking I was seeing.
Just egg beat her. We'll swap out when you get tired. How about you just don't do it in the harbor?
How about none of those bitches knew how to egg beat her, first of all? Second of all, they've been playing in a pool that's 4 feet deep, and they're all over 4 feet tall, so none of them have been swimming. They've just been standing, playing water polo, throwing the ball around. Bitches probably didn't even know how to swim.
Why
Then
couldn't
throwing
they?
them in the harbor.
Why didn't they just postpone the match? They should have postponed it.
Shark did them a favor. Those girls couldn't swim.
Also, okay, this kind of ties into my biggest gripe with this movie. I have lots, but this is the one that got me really angry. In every shark movie, shark attack movie, anything like that, there's always an announcement to stay out of the water because there's a shark.
Yes.
Why the hell was there no announcement?
Exactly.
They literally could have prevented the boat of people, the Sea-Doo, the dude who was parasailing from dying if they had just said, yo, there's a shark killing people. Stay out of the water.
They're like, no. We need to have a water polo match. Everybody get in the water and stay stationary and just tread water until you're eaten.
There's been how, like, I know, okay, we're jumping ahead. This makes me so angry. Also, I don't understand how this stupid thing can jump, because if it's part shark, sharks cannot jump sideways like dolphins. I don't know if the people who made this movie have ever watched anything with sharks. I don't know if they've ever watched Shark Week or any of those things. That's not how sharks jump. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
They have to propel themselves.
Also, I don't like that they didn't give the shark a motive.
No.
Right? Like, why is the shark going on like a killing spree?
Like,
right? Because sharks don't usually, like, in general, sharks aren't usually going out and attacking humans like over and over and over, right?
no.
Shark attacks are usually hit and runs, right?
You know,
They usually
have a higher chance of being killed by lightning than being killed by a shark.
Yeah, absolutely. And the majority of shark attacks are called hit and runs because they come up, they bite onto a human, they go, oh, that's not what I wanted, and they swim off.
Yes, because they're like, oh, you're not my food. They taste you.
Yeah.
But, like,
they don't, like, keep coming and attacking. So I wish they would have given the shark a motive, like, whether it was, like, aggravated or something, or there must have been something, like, wrong with it in brain-wise, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, because it's a dino shark, it has been, like, extremely carnivorous or something. Like, it's maybe it's food supply, like, it needs to eat a whole lot more than a regular shark would, much like dinosaurs might have, like, a bigger appetite or something, right? Like, explain something instead of just being like, oh my god, look, he just keeps chomping shit.
Like, even bull sharks who have very high levels of testosterone, they have been known to just randomly attack, but they're not nearly attacking as this stupid fucking dino shark.
Mhm.
And it's not even like a dinosaur that is super carnivorous. I don't think plesiosaurs are super carnivorous.
Google it.
I'm gonna Google this so people don't call me out.
Google it right now.
Plesiosaurus. There you are.
It's a plesiosaurus.
Oh.
That'll take you somewhere else, though. Don't type that.
I'm not typing that. Let's see. What do you eat? 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 I don't care about its spine. Classifications. What do you eat? Why won't you tell me what you eat? Why don't you tell me what you eat? Food. What do you eat?
I bet it's a...
Fish, squids, mollusks, and other small creatures. They've been found recently. Scientists have found evidence that plesiosaurs may have been bottom feeders. So they're basically like the T-Rex version of the sea. They're a scavenger because the T-Rex is a scavenger.
Yeah. So they wouldn't just go attack humans up at the top.
No.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense.
Like, what is Dinoshark's motivation to be a murderous, to be a serial killer?
Yeah. Why is he a serial predator?
Why? Why is it?
Why did he jump out of that iceberg and say, hey, you know what I gotta do? Kill every human I see.
Why did he decide to turn into an apex predator? That's what
Who hurt him?
Dinoshark, who hurt you? As a therapist in training, who hurt you?
Everybody's got trauma. We need to know Dinoshark's trauma. And I feel like if we saw some maybe like 3 or 4 minutes of him as a baby, we saw that footage, we would understand him better.
You know, if there was a scene where, say, people were trying to hunt him for like, you know, and this is nothing against those type of cultures, but a lot of like Asian cultures, they do like shark fin soup. And they like, I don't know what the technical term is, but they like fin the shark where they just pull them out of the water, cut their fins off, throw them back in, and then the sharks die because they can't swim.
Yeah.
You know, I could understand if they were trying to catch him to make like a shark fin soup. But we don't even know that. It's just one day this thing's like, you know what? Fuck humans.
Or maybe like, because it started up in like the Arctic area, and that's where that first kill was, right? Like if they were up in like cold water, you see a lot of ice and stuff. They could have had him like being like trying to kill seals or something, like smaller predators, and then been attacked by like hunters, right? Like gotten hit with a spear, and that spear could have been stuck in him or something, right? And then that could have been like a motivation, been like, oh no, it like messed with his brain or something. And then now he's just like savagely attacking everything he sees. Right? And made that like a motivation.
Yes. Like another stupid movie that I watched recently that was about sharks, Deep Sea Blue. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No, never seen that one.
It's on Netflix. And basically that one, the main like antagonists, the sharks, they're genetically modified bull sharks.
Okay.
And like, so obviously there's something wrong with them in their little sharky brain because they're genetically modified.
Yeah.
So like that explains why those ones are like, those ones like in that movie, they murder a whole nursery of like tiger, I think, what type of shark? I think it's like white tip reef sharks maybe, or great whites or something. They like destroy a nursery and kill all these sharks.
Yeah.
But Dinoshark has no motivation.
Yeah.
Don't understand.
There's no explanations for anything.
No. My other point
and
about
you know what? Okay.
Say, if this thing is a shark, There's points in the movie where it's not swimming. And it's just in the water, like, chilling, you know?
And sharks constantly move.
Sharks have to constantly move or they die because that's how they get oxygen into them through their gills. So if the thing is not moving, it should have died.
I didn't see it not move. I wasn't looking for that. But that is a good point.
There is one scene in particular, I think it's in some stupid cove or wherever it is, where there's like, I don't know if it's the stupid kayak scene or another scene, but it's literally, you see its fin, and it's literally just chilling, and then it like lowers itself below the water. I'm like, bro, you should be dead. Because you don't have any oxygen coming in because you're not swimming, and if you're part shark, you need to move. That's why if you cut their fins off, they die. I'm stressed from this movie.
I also didn't like the design of it.
It was so stupid looking.
It didn't look good. Like, it didn't look scary.
No.
It looked stupid.
Looks so stupid. You know what would have been better? If it had been part mosasaur instead.
Rachel, I don't know any dinosaurs.
You have Jurassic Park?
Rachel, we've talked about this. I've never seen Jurassic Park.
Okay, well then you need to look up a picture of a mosasaur and you'll see what I mean. I've got my emotional support animal here with me because I'm stressed.
Okay, how the fuck do I spell mosasaur?
MOA, I think SOSAUR. I'm sure Google will auto.
Oh yeah, you're close. Mosasaurus.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to look like a whale?
Yeah, it's kind of big whale-ish.
It looks like a humpback whale with like extra bumpies.
Yeah. But that's like
too fish-like.
But if you, I mean, it would be better than what they did. How they made the stupid thing look like a crocodile.
Yeah, I mean, they just made a crocodile with like a shark tail.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like whenever the creative department, the design department, whoever did up the sketches for this stupid thing was like, you know what we're going to do? Because we got a good CGI budget. We're going to put a shark tail and a top dorsal fin on a crocodile.
Yeah, and it's all good.
And then the director or whoever the hell he is looked at it and went, yes.
Yeah. Went, that's our Dinoshark. Perfect.
Oh my God. It was just, there were so many cringe moments. Like, none of these people know how to act. Also, Carol had clear bra straps at one point, and that just hurt me.
Also, did you like the part where she's in her house or something, and she's looking up stuff about the Dinoshark, and she's like researching Dr. Reeves and everything on her laptop before she goes to bring it all to Trace on his boat?
Yep.
And she's like searching stuff, and then she finds it, and she finds the picture, and she's like, that's the Dinoshark. And then she whips her shirt off over her head, and it cuts to black. And then it cuts to black, and then immediately cuts to the scene of her in another shirt on the boat with Trace, showing him all the research she's found.
But why did she take her shirt?
I don't know. She's like, that's it. That's the Dinoshark. I'm so excited about research. Whips her shirt off.
That's what I do when I get excited about my research, is I take my shirt off.
I do it in court. I go, I'm so excited I won that case. Woo!
I can see. The judge is like, no.
The judge does it too, don't you know?
The judge takes their shirt off too.
The judge is like, you're out of order. The whole court's out of order. Woo!
Wee!
Also, the sheriff's officer does it too.
Yeah, the bailiff does it, the plaintiff does it, the other lawyer does it.
All the jury have to do it.
Oh,
if they don't want to.
It's required. If you want to be a jury, you just gotta whip your shirt off randomly.
Didn't you see that in the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial? They all did it.
I must have missed that part of the.
Yeah, it's the part where they go, woo.
I will say there are some pretty good lines here. Words. One of my favorite was that, what was his name? Eric, I think, the dude who brought this girl to the house. I don't know what his
Steve.
Steve? Is that his name?
His
Steve?
name was Steve. How did I learn the name? You didn't.
But anyways,
Rachel, I don't learn anybody's name. It took me like weeks to figure out people's names. Like when I meet people, I'm always like shake hands with people when they introduce themselves, and I'm like, oh God, what was their name? I can't remember their name. They just told me. I can't remember it. Uh-oh. But like I got these names down pat in this movie.
anyways, the girl that he brought, and he's like, oh, let's go swimming, and she goes, I don't want to get my bathing suit wet.
Yeah.
I was like, but that's what a bathing suit is for.
And then he throws her into the harbor, which I thought was the pool.
Yeah.
And then the shark eats her. And I'm like, how did the shark get in their pool?
I mean, it can jump. So.
Right? First, I thought it was their pool, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck did the shark get in the pool? And then I was like, please tell me this is not going to be some stupid ass thing about how he got into the pipes.
Oh my God. No.
I thought it was going in that direction. And I was like, no, please don't.
Oh.
But don't worry, it was the harbor. He threw her into the harbor.
And then they both died.
They both got eaten.
But there's like, I don't understand. Does it just like have a bad sense of finding humans in the water? Like, don't understand.
It's like, oh, a human's gone into the water. My dino senses are tingling. I must get there. Also, it did lead to the one good jump scare for me of the whole movie.
Yes. Yeah.
Which was the hat.
Yeah.
Right? So the Missy that just went into the water at Steve's place, whoever her name is, her hat is still on the water at some point when Carol and Trace and their unnamed friend, I don't know what his name is.
I don't
remember him.
Don't know what his name. He died.
Manny. Manny?
Manny?
That sounds right.
Sure. I'll listen. I don't know.
Sure.
I'll go with that. Yes.
Their friend. Carol goes to reach into the water to pick up the hat.
Yep.
Like off the dock, and then the Dinoshark comes and eats the hat.
Yes.
And she jumps back and like falls backward and like screams, and that is the one good jump scare of the entire movie. The only good thing about it.
That was the only jump scare of the entire movie.
Yeah. And that was a good jump scare.
It was. It got me because I went out loud. Jesus.
I did jump.
Yep.
I don't know if I actually made a sound or anything or said anything, but I did jump, and I wrote it down. I was like, yes, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was the only good jump scare. I guess I feel like this movie was trying to beat some shark death record because it just seemed like it was just chomping left and right.
Yeah, they were going real fast. The first death happened in under 5 minutes.
Yep.
And the fact that you saw the shark in under 5 minutes, and they did a slow-mo of it, so in case you didn't see it.
That slow-mo was so stupid.
It was like, oh, I'm coming to get you. I'm opening my mouth. Are you seeing it?
I'm gonna roar underwater, even though that's not really possible.
That's not how sound works, but the sound guys don't know that.
And all of our budget on the stupid CGI thing.
Yeah, so all I can do is go,
Yeah. Also, Trace has stupid tattoos.
Looking at his tattoos, I was too busy looking at those stupid tiny ass little glasses on his face.
He had
And
one
his
tattoo.
pedo stash.
I don't know what it was, but it was on like the inside part of his bicep tricep area.
Oh, was it a picture of the lunch he shared with Rita?
It
And
looks
that
like
storyline?
maybe.
This is the lunch bag I used to share with Rita. I got it tattooed on me to make sense for the plot.
But I looked at it and I was like, I don't know what that is. It looks like it's a shitty tattoo, whatever it is. It literally just looked like some kid took like the tattoo artist just took the thing and was like, squiggles.
It's the noodles they shared in the 4th grade.
I'm sorry. That was such a stupid plot thing. She shared her lunch with me because I didn't have food, and that's how we became friends.
Yeah, but it would have been nice if, like, you had any interaction with Rita while she was still breathing first.
Yeah.
Besides, like, hey, Rita, nice tits.
Hey, Rita, nice to see you. Maybe come to the beach. Maybe we'll catch up. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You can come back to my boat and I can give you 5 seconds of pleasure.
Yeah, you can have a ride on my chin strap. I'll even take my tiny glasses off for it. Better to see your tits with.
And then she gets chomp crunch. Also, her inside, her organs when she was on the beach, they looked like sausage.
I was about to say that. The special effects they did on her, they look like sausage.
Yep.
But then the upper body, someone who supposedly had been in the water 24 hours before she'd like washed up on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
She just looked like she's lying there with some red paint on with her eyes closed, right? Like they did not make her look bloated or anything.
No.
She's just like lying there with a smile on her face, like looking asleep. She's like fucking smiling. Like just got eaten by a shark, but I'm still happy about it. YOLO.
Just got
or whatever we said in 2002.
Hashtag DTTC. Hashtag rotted.
Hashtag where are my legs? I can't find them.
Oh, my legs are gone.
Well, I used to have 2 left feet. Now I don't have any.
Lol. Trace has stormtrooper shooting skills. I know you don't know what that means.
You make so many references. I have no idea what they mean, Rachel.
I'm just gonna briefly explain it to you because I know you're probably not gonna watch Star Wars.
Oh, is it when they like shoot all over the place? They can never hit anything?
Yes. Yes.
I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The more you know.
So he has stormtrooper because when he's trying to shoot the thing when he's on the boat, he is literally shooting everywhere but the Dinoshark. Oh my god.
Oh, and then the plot thing with the cops that don't believe them, and then they're like, "Oh, this is just Trace trying to do something."
You're just trying to cover up because your partner got caught with, what was it? Was it marijuana?
Yeah, he got caught with a bunch of marijuana. You know, Mel Gibson likes to smoke up.
Yeah,
I thought the Scottish people.
I thought it was cocaine at first.
I don't know.
But I was just like, okay. So they're like, yeah, sure. And then they're like, you show up here and everybody and all these bad things start happening, Trace.
And then the shark jumping over the barrier like Free Willy.
Oh my god, yes.
I was rooting for him.
I mean, when they were we got to put the barrier down. We got to put the barrier down. And I was like, bro, this thing can jump. The barrier's not going to do shit.
Yeah. This thing gets mad air, didn't you know?
This thing can do like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1080.
This thing got hops.
This brings me to my new insult that I'm gonna try and start using.
Okay.
As much as I'd like to stay and insult you some more, I'm kind of busy.
Okay.
Trey said that to the police dude.
I don't remember that line. But okay, yeah, I'm sad I missed it.
I was
That's
like,
good.
I'm using this again. This is my new insult.
Yeah.
Oh, and those stupid kayakers, man.
Yeah. We didn't see the female kayaker die though.
I am assuming she died.
Yeah, or she's just floating out there in half a kayak.
Yeah.
Really confused.
When her boyfriend was like, "I'm trying to match your stroke." I was like, "What?"
Yeah. And she's like, I don't know how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do I paddle? And he was like, you just start paddling. I will match your stroke.
And then I think she was like, "I'm supposed to say that to you," and I'm like, "Ugh."
Yeah, and I was like, Dinoshark, come on, hurry up.
Mm-hmm.
Dinner, where's the dinner bell?
Yep. And like I told you I almost said off screen.
I was thinking off camera.
But before we started recording, they literally reused the exact same shot of that stupid thing in the water because every time they showed it, it was open ocean and like it's been in a river, it's been in a cove, it's been like in the harbor, and those things underwater do not look the same at all.
No, not at all.
It was just
And then
shot.
yeah, and then when it kills something, and then they have like this like weird puff of red smoke water. It just looks like smoke. Water doesn't, with blood in it, doesn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the dino shark eats the crocodile.
Yes.
I said that, right?
You did, yes.
I did say that. I don't know anymore, Rachel.
No, you said that off. You said that off recording before we started recording.
Oh.
About how it eats the crocodile, and you like that thing looks more like a crocodile than the crocodile, and is that how it gets his more powers?
Yeah, because more crocodilian.
Becomes more of a crocodilian.
And that's how the lizard people are born.
Yeah. So he just, and just of course, Steve. No, is that the name of the friend? Steve? Yes.
Steve is the guy that fell into the water with Hat Woman.
Okay. The other dude, his friend.
I feel like it's Manny.
Okay, Manny.
No. Luis.
Is it
I have
Luis?
it written down.
Okay.
I have it, Luis.
Oh, it is. I have Luis written down too because I wrote Luis looks like Joe Jonas.
I didn't notice that, but yeah.
But also, how does he get a bazooka?
Oh, yeah.
I know you have friends in the military, but I'm pretty sure regular military people don't have access to bazookas 24/7.
Yeah, I had Luis borrowed some explosives from his military buddies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm gonna borrow some explosives from my military friend.
Yep.
He's just gonna borrow them? Like, he's just like, I'm just gonna talk to them and, like, they'll give them to me.
I'm sorry, I don't think you can borrow explosives unless you plan on returning them once you're done making things go boom.
I don't think you can just call up your friends in the military and be like, hey guys, I need a bazooka. You can get that for me, right? And they're just like, oh yeah, sure. With like no questions asked. Even with questions asked, they're not gonna give that to you. But you know what? We're not in the US, Rachel, so we don't know how that works.
No, we're not in
Canada. That's not what happens.
Mexico.
Oh, this is in Mexico.
They're in Mexico because it's Puerto Vallarta.
Who knows then? Maybe that's what you do. Maybe you just call up a military guy and you're like, I need a bazooka. And he's like, oh my God, absolutely. Can tomorrow work? because
I
tonight's
feel,
like busy.
listen, tonight my other friend is borrowing the bazooka. Can I get it to you tomorrow?
Yeah, like it's checked out for the night, but like tomorrow it'll be back, right?
Instead of a library, it's just like a bazooka rental place, and you have a card that has
Yeah.
checked out.
Mm-hmm.
Why everybody dies at the marina is what I wrote. Everyone at the marina gonna die.
Oh, also, did you notice that Carol's hair and her body, like she keeps getting dried off every
Yeah.
time she dives in the water?
Yeah.
Like she dives in, she's
Oh.
soaked, her hair is just soaking wet, and then like 2 seconds later in the scene, she's completely dry.
That also brings me to another plot hole thing I noticed. You know, where Carol's in the car and she's talking on her cell phone. PSA, don't talk on your cell phone and drive.
No, don't
Like,
do that.
cars nowadays in 2022 have Bluetooth. So like, just do that. But also, she in the rear view mirror reflection, she's not talking on the phone and she doesn't have her sunglasses on.
Oh my gosh. Carol, okay, this brings me to my theory.
Okay.
Carol is magic,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, stick with me.
Okay.
Like Carol has some type of magical ability, and it ties the whole movie together. If you just stick with me on this, you with me?
Mm-hmm.
You with me? You're listening, right?
I'm with you. Yeah.
So Carol can magically dry off in seconds, right? Dives into the water, comes back out, not eaten by shark, right? Even though most people that get into water immediately die, right? She comes out immediately, just whoo, all of a sudden dry, right? She immediately just like whips her clothes off every time she sees the shark on a screen for some reason. Don't know why. I just want to make that point. But and that thing with the mirror, right? Like she's just like, oh yeah, like I'm here, but I'm not here, right? Like her mirror reflected self is not the same. What if Carol is in control of the Dinoshark because she's magic?
Oh,
And
maybe.
that is what the motivation of the shark is, and that is why when Carol dives in and the shark is there, it does not touch her.
Oh.
She's absolutely fine.
But also, why does she dive in to save the girl? You don't do that.
It was stupid, but she knew it would not touch her because she's in control of it.
It's so stupid.
That's my theory.
You know what? I like that theory.
I think it makes the movie better. And you could tell that it happened because there was a cut scene for 3 minutes from the beginning of the movie when it was a baby Dinoshark where she raised it and bottle fed it.
No, she didn't bottle feed it. She breastfed it.
Rachel.
Melanie.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
This is not some Game of Thrones shit.
No, this is some distractible Mark breastfeeding baby Bob.
But it is a horrifying looking crocodile shark.
Yes.
It's a crocoshark.
It's a crocodile shark.
And this movie was a crock of shit.
Okay, so this brings me to what I wrote. I'm just going to read you what I wrote in my fit of rage. Sorry, there was just a loud bang outside. I'm hoping that was a firework.
That is Carol, and she's coming to get us.
She is. So I wrote, how has no one told people not to go in the water? There's been how many attacks and they haven't issued a warning. Even if they don't know what it is, people are dying from shark attacks. Stop them from going in the water.
Which would make sense. You know why? On this Carol theory, Carol is the coach of the water polo team. Carol wants the girls in there to get chompy for her pet shark. And Carol is the one that tells the police to come to the marina.
Yes.
When they're like building that little wall thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're all like, Trace, you're fucked up. You're totally the problem. We're going to arrest you, right? So, like, Carol's like the mastermind of all this, right?
Carol also is like secretly, I think she's secretly into being hit on by that old man.
Yeah. Also, Luis jumps in to save Carol with no explanation as to why he would ever jump in to save her.
Hey,
when
there's
she
no relationship between him and Carol at all.
No, he just like gets her bazookas though.
But you're right, like he jumps in and like we don't know if maybe they have a thing or if they're like really good friends or if they had a thing and he's like, no, I must save you, my love.
He just like sees her and then sees the shark coming and he's like, Carol, and then like dives in and like gets eaten instead, right? Like tries to like distract the shark, but like you mean there's no other ideas you could have done to distract the shark? You could have thrown shit in there to try to make splashes or anything.
Yes.
But he just jumps in, no explanation of why he's jumping in.
Done like, what people normally do and pop it into schnauz.
Yeah. I mean, he could have like put his legs in the water and started just like kicking from like sitting on the dock, like tried to make a distraction to like lead the shark to turn away from them, right?
Yeah.
Without putting himself in so much danger, but there's no explanation in the movie why he would do that, leading to my theory that Carol is a witch and she bewitched him into doing that.
Because it doesn't make sense because you see her after he gets eaten and she's all like shaken up and I'm like, bruh, you don't even know this man.
Yeah, because she's like, oh my God, I didn't have as much control over my Sharky boy as I thought because, you know, he's no longer mommy's boy off the teat. And he's like, you know, a little bit too much of a monster. So I had to like make Luis jump in and become shark meat, right?
Yep.
And then that's why she has the turn to be like, we have to kill him. And then she kills him at the end, right?
Because you know why she kills him though? Because Trace has the worst aim ever. And he also uses that poor child, the one who like had the boat and seen the Dinoshark eat the alligator, crocodile, whatever the hell it was. And he literally holds the child as a shield as the Dinoshark is swimming towards them. And he's like, no, take the child.
Yeah. And you know what? I have an explanation for that too. Okay. So Carol's bewitched Trace.
Okay.
And Trace is her lover. So she's like bewitched him and she's like, no, Sharky boy, don't eat my lover. And she's like, okay, Trace, I bewitched you mentally. Use the boy as the shield to give the shark the little boy so that my lover and his package are all intact. You see? Makes sense with my theory.
And then it just ends.
And she's like, her line where she's like, welcome to the list.
Yeah.
And goes bam right in the eye. Also, why is the eye the only weak spot? Like you could shoot it in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Shoved a grenade down its mouth. Oh, that's not weak? What has he got, like fucking armor in its like intestines?
Yes. The
intestinal armor. That's what it's got.
Is what it is.
It's a transformer. Plot twist. M. Night Shyamalan plot twist.
But like, also, if you pull a pin off a grenade as quickly as Trace did, it go boom very quickly. And he's literally standing there holding this grenade for at least 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, the grenade's not good. The grenade gonna go boom and blow your arm off.
Which adds to my Carol's a witch theory. No. Okay. But can we talk about that weird ass jet ski thing where he like jumps up on the jet ski and tries to throw the grenade at the guy's eye
Yes.
in the air? Like, what the fuck was that?
Like I said, I don't understand why they just didn't try to throw it in the mouth.
Yeah, like, why not into the mouth? But they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna ride this jet ski all cool, and then the thing is gonna jump and try to get me, so I'm gonna jump in the air and I'm gonna throw the grenade in slow motion toward its eye, and then I'll pass it in the air and try to land in the water while it goes to the other way, and I'll try to like veer out of the way so I won't get hit by the grenade, and it'll be cool.
Ugh.
And it looked so fucking stupid.
That whole sequence with them in the speedboat and the thing in the water and then him getting on the jet ski and then the thing eating the boat full of the tourist was just so stupid.
Yeah. Also, how does that thing eat boats? Its mouth is tiny.
I don't know. I have that written down. Okay, Dinoshark eats boats now. Cool.
Yeah, does it eat them in small bites?
No, it looks like it inhales.
Yeah, it looks like it just like makes one big chomp. But the size of its mouth is about the size of like say from your elbow to the tips of your fingers. Now, how does that eat a boat in one chomp? I don't think so.
No. No.
No.
I don't understand. And then, like I said, there's no nice, neat, like, conclusion or anything with it. It just ends after she shoots it in the eye, and Trace is still holding the child as a shield. And they're just all there, and there he's in the jet ski in the water, whatever he is, and she's on the boat, and then it just goes to black.
Mm-hmm. The welcome to the endangered species list was a good line, and I'm sad that it was wasted in a movie like this.
Oh, me too. It makes me so sad.
Like, and she made a good shot too, with like right through the eye.
Mm-hmm. They should have had a nice, neat little like bring him back to shore, and the police are like, "Man, thanks for getting rid of this stupid ass thing," and yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that kid's parents were eaten
together.
together.
That kid's an orphan.
Yeah, like his parents were eaten together in that thing's tiny mouth somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that thing's mouth. The graphics were so bad that that mouth was tiny and then all of a sudden huge enough to eat a boat, and then tiny again, and then like tiny enough that like it only fit like a hat.
Yep.
But then like big enough to eat a boat, and then big enough to just come around two people, and then like tiny enough to only like make it like over half a person's body, but then big enough to eat half of the boat. But like, what the fuck?
Small enough that if you threw a grenade, even if you threw it with the aim of a stormtrooper, it didn't get in its mouth.
Yeah. I didn't know this shark had the ability to go bigger and smaller, like just like upgrade in size at will.
Go gadget mouth.
Yeah. Also, it kind of had like some hippo-esque looking mouth to it.
Yeah.
But the crocodile they CGI'd definitely looked more like a hippo.
Yeah.
And definitely looked like it had a bigger mouth.
Also, I don't know how it would have been able to get the crocodile, because I'm pretty sure that crocodile was in decently shallow water.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's when it downsized.
That's when it shrunk itself. Go get it.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like they're saying it's huge, and it's like eating a boat, and then like all of a sudden it's small enough to be in really shallow water, and only like think about when it killed Rita, it bit her and its mouth barely went over half of her body,
Yeah.
right? It didn't fit over her whole body when
Mm-hmm.
it was swallowed around her. But that mouth, like, inhaled a fucking boat
Mm-hmm.
in one chomp?
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck did that happen? Are there multiple dino sharks?
Well,
Is it
apparently there
dino shark plural?
is, because the prof dude, Dr. Reese, made a comment about multiple sightings across the globe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when the thing dropped from the glacier, I think there was multiple tadpole thingies that swam off.
Yeah, it could be, but
Mm-hmm.
they never addressed that this could be multiple
No,
sharks.
no.
Because this thing, they didn't address this at all. There are so many plot holes in this movie, and
Mm-hmm.
you've got to like stretch and like make up stories to make any of this fit.
Mm-hmm.
Because at one point the shark is like shark sized, regular shark size, like, but like great white shark size,
Yes.
right? And then at another point it's like blue whale sized.
There's no
At another point it's down to like, oh yeah, like it barely fits around a person. It was like so tiny.
Yeah.
Also, one thing I had written, you remember in the almost Free Willy moment when the shark did the whole jump over the barrier,
Mm-hmm.
and then the shark starts attacking the like he starts getting shot by the cops,
Mm-hmm.
and he starts coming and like trying to attack the cops, and
Mm-hmm.
he knocks one of them in the water, and it's this like older white man with a
Mm-hmm.
mustache, and he's like flailing in the water.
Mm-hmm.
All I had written was, life alert much? He looked so bad before the shark went to him.
Yep.
He was like so bad, like flailing and just like barely his hands coming out. Like he looked like, I'm going to die right here. Oh, I can't do anything. And then the shark comes, and then he looks like he can swim.
Yeah.
It looked very pathetic.
It was
He
just,
looked like he did better when the shark was there.
yep, definitely. Oh, I don't have any. I don't have any.
I've been through everything that I had written
Yeah,
about this movie.
I'm through everything I have. I'm still not okay after this. That's how I feel.
All I can say is that when I watch a B horror movie,
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it being bad,
Mm-hmm.
right? If like there's something that can keep you interested,
Yes.
whether that's like the humor of it,
Mm-hmm.
or like the kills are pretty good, or like a good monster, or the characters are good,
Mm-hmm.
or like an actor you like is in it and they're doing a good job in it,
Mm-hmm.
or like there's a good story, or like even like the actors are attractive and
Mm-hmm.
they make you want to watch what's on the screen, or like it's a good visual effects, but like there was nothing here that
Mm-hmm.
made me want to look at this.
Yeah. You know, as as if there had been some appeal, like even though Sharknado is a terrible movie, and they just get worse and worse as they go on. But there's still something intriguing about it that makes me want to watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's the fact that Tara Reid turns into like a bionic woman. I don't. But like, there's nothing in this movie that made me want to like watch it, and I had to watch it alone, and that made it even worse because I wanted to turn it off.
Yeah, I watched it alone too. I almost turned it off. Like at 30 minutes in, I was like, is this fucking over? And I almost turned it off and like texted you to say like, can we not do this one? I toughed it out.
Yep, I also toughed it out. I was very close to turning it off as well. And I was going to text you and be like, I can't do it. But we made it through.
Yeah, I almost texted you and been like, is Velocipaster still available?
I mean, we could do that at some point. I don't know if it's going to be as bad. I mean, at least there's some okay, so I'm not going to spoil it, but the Velocipaster, the main character, he does have motivation for what he does. I will say that. So there is some sort of motivation for what he does in the movie. So that kind of intrigues you a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah.
I don't know anything about that, so I'll trust you on it.
I don't know. I recommended this one. Look how it turned.
I don't know. It was fun to talk shit about.
It was fun. But yeah, I know some of like the really like the B, I don't know if Velocipaster's a B horror movie or whatever it is, but there is plot. This movie did not have plot.
I think they attempted to have plot, but they forgot to write it.
They forgot to put in something that would give us to be like, okay, so this is why the Dinoshark is being a dick to everybody.
Yeah. They were like, oh, here's all the kills, and then they forgot to write anything in between.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. But the kills weren't even good enough to keep watching.
No, the kills were bad.
Yeah. Yeah, that's this movie.
Yeah. So
it's just a sigh. It's just a sigh and shaking your head back and forth, looking down in disappointment.
If you want to watch it, dear listeners, which I don't recommend you do, it's on YouTube. It's a free movie. I mean, that was kind of, at least, you know what? At least we didn't have to pay for it.
They should pay you to watch it.
They should pay us for our trauma.
Yes, they should pay us. I need therapy.
I will send them our therapy bills. It's free, so like you're gonna lose some brain cells, but like if you do want to watch it and just see what it's like, maybe you're gonna watch it and maybe you're gonna really love it and you think our opinions are all wrong.
I would say watch the first 5 minutes so you can hear someone trying to do an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression while they're being killed by a Dinoshark.
Yes.
And that's about all you need to see in the movie.
And as I said, to sum it up, everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
Except
but does everybody live? Huh?
Remember, we're switching our upload time, day, frequency, thing, whatever.
Every 2 weeks now.
Yes, so the next movie
still on the Fridays.
Still on Fridays. It's just we're switching to every 2 weeks. So
life got busy.
Life got busy, and life's gonna get busier come September. Mm-hmm. So X gonna give it to you, you know.
That's very early 2000s reference.
I know. I have a lot of early 2000s on like my workout playlist that I have on Spotify. So and I was listening to that while I was at work today, and I was dancing to Britney Spears at my desk.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's very fitting for this movie because it was seeming to be set in the early 2000s.
Yeah. So yeah, our upload schedule is switching. So this one comes up this week, the 24th. Our next upload will be on July 8th. Mm-hmm. So then we're not going to be doing a movie watch every month now. We're going to be doing it every second month.
Yes, but it will still be every 4th episode.
Yes. So if you have suggestions for movies, You can drop them on our Instagram, Facebook page, or email them. And Melanie, what are those socials?
They're very social. They're not antisocial like me.
No.
So, there.
Okay. Our Instagram is
No, I'll do it. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay.
Okay. Our Instagram is at inconsist. Yeah, did you get that?
Yep.
I think it worked. Our Instagram is at holy fuck! I can't speak. This movie has taken so much from me, Rachel. Okay. Try number 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Instagram at inconsistent podcast 1.
Yes.
Okay, got through that one.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going well, Rachel.
It's going great.
It's going well. I'm making my way through it. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past. I'm homebound. Our Facebook is inconsistently consistent.
Yep.
And our email is inconsistentpodcast1@gmail.com.
Yes. Remember to like, rate, and review this podcast. Share it with your friends. Maybe you have some friends that are really into B horror movies.
Maybe you have some friends that really like to hear people goof off on the internet.
Yeah.
That's us.
Maybe you have friends who like to hear 2 adult women cry on the internet.
Maybe you like to hear me make up weird theories about everything.
Yeah. If you have any of those, share it. If you have suggestions for future episodes and for movies, like we said, our next movie is not going to be till August. So if you have any suggestions for that movie, let us know.
Yeah, if you have any questions for us, you can send us those as well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go try and roar underwater.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Give that a shot.
Bye.
Bye.